She was only 12, yet her heart carried the courage of 1,000 grown-ups. In a luxury hospital, a 9-month pregnant woman was moments away from losing her life. Panic filled the room, but the black-faced twin didn't hesitate. She offered her blood, risking her own comfort and appearance, while her sister froze, thinking only of herself. What happened next would astonish everyone, even the most experienced doctors. This is a story of bravery, selflessness, and the extraordinary power of a child's heart. The hospital was buzzing with tension. Every tick of the clock felt like a thunderclap. A luxury pregnant woman, 9 months along, had been admitted for an emergency transfusion. Her condition was critical, and doctors were scrambling, checking charts, monitoring vitals, and trying to find a compatible donor. Nurses whispered nervously, while the mother-to-be clutched her swollen belly, eyes wide with fear. Outside the room, 2 young girls waited, identical twins, age 12, but polar opposites in personality. The black-faced twin, kind-hearted and brave, stepped forward. Her dark eyes reflected resolve. She had always been the gentle soul of the pair, sensitive to pain, compassion her second nature. Her sister, the white-faced twin, was different, sharp, cautious, and deeply aware of appearances. Today, she hesitated, worried that giving blood might somehow affect her skin, ruin her looks, or change her in ways she couldn't control. But the black-faced twin didn't think about herself. She thought only of the mother-to-be. She stepped into the hospital room and approached the doctors. "I can donate," she said softly, yet firmly. The doctors looked at her incredulously. A child? Only 12? And yet she appeared calm, mature beyond her years. "Are you sure?" asked the head doctor, concern etched into his face. "She's very young." "I'm sure," she said, her voice unwavering. "She needs this blood. Please let me help." The room fell silent. Every adult present felt a mix of awe and disbelief. The white-faced twin bit her lip nervously, her mind racing with doubts. What if something happens to her? What if her skin changes? She thought. Her fear clashed violently with her sister's bravery. The black-faced twin's veins were compatible, and after rapid testing, she was cleared. With trembling hands, the nurses prepared the equipment, and the blood transfusion began. The mother-to-be's eyes widened as she saw a child, barely a teenager, offering her life in liquid form. Minutes felt like hours. The black-faced twin sat with quiet determination, ignoring the faint dizziness, focusing solely on saving a life. Every drop of blood she gave carried her courage, her kindness, and the essence of humanity. The white-faced twin watched, her heart battling pride and envy, fear and admiration. When the transfusion was complete, the mother-to-be's vitals stabilized. Doctors exchanged astonished glances. "I've never seen anything like this," murmured one. "A child, a 12-year-old, saving a life like this." The black-faced twin smiled gently. She didn't need recognition. For her, the act itself was enough. She had given not just blood, but hope, humanity, and a lesson that age and appearance could never define bravery. The white-faced twin stepped closer, eyes softening. She saw courage in its purest form, not flashy, not glamorous, but simple, selfless, human. That night, she learned a lesson she would never forget. Heroism is measured not by fear, but by love and action. Word of the act spread quickly. Nurses whispered in the corridors. Doctors discussed it in meetings, and even the mother-to-be's family couldn't stop marveling at what had happened. They tried to praise the black-faced twin, but she waved their gratitude away. "It was the right thing to do," she said simply, her voice calm, her eyes serene. The white-faced twin struggled with her own emotions. She had watched her sister give life when she herself had hesitated over a superficial fear. She replayed the scene in her mind. The blood, the trembling veins, the life saved. A part of her was ashamed, but another part was inspired. Slowly, she realized the depth of kindness and the importance of acting with courage rather than fear. Days passed. The mother-to-be recovered fully, holding her newborn baby with tears of joy in her eyes. She hugged the black-faced twin, whispering, "You saved us. You saved my baby. You are a hero." Doctors, nurses, and hospital staff couldn't stop talking about the extraordinary act of bravery by someone so young. The twins walked home together, the city lights casting long shadows on the sidewalk. The black-faced twin was quiet, thoughtful, her mind at peace. The white-faced twin walked beside her, understanding dawning slowly. She had witnessed an act of selflessness that no word could capture, a lesson in courage, humanity, and true beauty. By the time they reached home, the white-faced twin finally spoke. You were amazing," she said softly. I didn't understand before. I see now, true beauty is in the heart, not the skin." The black-faced twin smiled, squeezing her sister's hand. "It's never too late to learn," she said. The story of the twins spread through the community, inspiring people of all ages. Social media picked it up, doctors and hospitals shared it as a lesson in courage, and children everywhere learned that no act of kindness is too small to change the world. This event marked a turning point not just for the twins, but for everyone who witnessed or heard about it. Humanity, empathy, and courage had triumphed, showing that even the youngest hearts could carry the greatest strength. True heroism is not measured by age, strength, or appearance. It is measured by the courage to act when others hesitate, by the willingness to prioritize life and humanity over fear and selfishness. In this story, the black-faced twin, only 12 years old, demonstrated that bravery is not about power, it is about the heart. Her selfless act of donating blood to save a 9-month pregnant woman exemplifies the highest form of humanity, caring for another life without expecting anything in return. The white-faced twin, though initially hesitant, learned a vital lesson. Fear and superficial concerns pale in comparison to the importance of empathy and courage. True beauty lies not in the skin or outward appearance, but in the choices we make and compassion we show toward others. Doctors, nurses, and onlookers were astonished not only because a child performed such a remarkable act, but because it reminded everyone that heroism and humanity often come from the most unexpected places. Sometimes, the smallest hands can make the biggest difference. This story teaches us that courage is infectious. Witnessing selflessness can inspire even the hesitant or fearful to reconsider their values and priorities. It reminds us that life is fragile, and every act of kindness has a power to transform not just a moment, but the hearts of everyone involved. Ultimately, the tale of the twins is a testament to the power of love, courage, and humanity. It emphasizes that no matter how young, small, or seemingly ordinary we are, we all have the capacity to make a life-changing impact. When we act selflessly, we create ripples that inspire hope, compassion, and a better world for everyone.